When the HPV vaccine first rolled out in 2006, the public health messaging was highly specific. The campaigns presented the medical breakthrough almost exclusively as a cervical cancer shot meant for teenage girls. Because of that early, targeted branding, a serious misconception took root. Many parents of boys looked at the campaigns, realized their sons don't have a cervix, and concluded the shot was unnecessary for them. This chart shows the current vaccination rates by gender. You can see the direct result of that initial messaging, with boys lagging behind girls by about 5 to 6% in full vaccination coverage. Another major hurdle is timing. Medical guidelines recommend the shot at age 9, but parents often delay the appointment because they feel unprepared to discuss sexual transmission with a fourth grader. The reality is that the original 2006 messaging left out most of the story. Human papillomavirus, or HPV, is actually a family of over 100 different viruses, and 12 of them are known to cause cancer. Continuing to treat this as a specialized STI shot for teenage girls ignores the biology of the virus. Millions of children are currently unprotected against an aggressive carcinogen that targets both sexes. To understand the actual scale of the virus, look at the global oncology data. Roughly 3% of all new cancer diagnoses worldwide this year will be caused by an HPV infection. This chart maps out the specific cancers caused by HPV. While the virus drives nearly 100% of cervical cancers, represented by the massive red blocks, it is also the primary cause of anal, vaginal, vulvar, and penile cancers. Look further down the graph to the oropharyngeal, or throat cancer column. Throat cancer used to be primarily diagnosed in smokers, but it is currently surging in a new demographic, non-smoking men between the ages of 50 and 70. In some regions, researchers have found that 60 to 70% of all throat cancer cases are now directly linked to an HPV infection. The virus does not discriminate by gender. It acts aggressively across a wide variety of human tissue, putting everyone at risk. The vaccine neutralizes this threat using virus-like particles, or VLPs. VLPs are empty protein shells that look exactly like the real virus from the outside, but they contain absolutely no dangerous viral DNA on the inside. This diagram illustrates how the vaccine protects human tissue. By exposing the immune system to these harmless shells, the body learns to manufacture a massive army of neutralizing antibodies to block future infections. If the real virus ever tries to enter the body through a microscopic scratch in the skin, those pre-made antibodies immediately leak into the wound and bind to the virus particles, stopping them from entering a single cell. The timing of this immune training is highly specific. Medical data shows that children under 15 produce significantly higher, more durable antibody levels in response to the vaccine than older teenagers do. We can see the real-world impact of that timing in a recent Swedish study that tracked the health outcomes of nearly 1.7 million women over an 11-year period. This graph tracks cervical cancer incidence based on the age of vaccination. The data showed a nearly 90% reduction in cancer for those vaccinated before age 17. The vaccine only prevents new infections. It cannot clear existing ones, so waiting until after a person is exposed to the virus drastically reduces its effectiveness. To get the full benefit, this biological shield has to be entirely built and deployed before the body ever encounters the live virus. Biologically speaking, age 9 provides the perfect window to lock in that immunity. Knowing the biology makes the conversation in the pediatrician's office much simpler. Parents absolutely do not need to sit down and discuss sexual transmission with a 9-year-old before getting the shot. Think about how we handle other routine immunizations. We don't explain the complex mechanics of soil bacteria and oxidized iron when we give a child a tetanus shot after they scrape their knee. The conversation with a child only requires a single, truthful sentence. They're getting a shot that helps prevent cancer. This network map demonstrates how achieving high vaccination rates across both genders creates herd immunity. Herd immunity is the population-level protection that occurs when enough people are resistant to a disease, cutting off its spread. By immunizing both boys and girls, we drastically shrink the overall reservoir of the virus circulating in the community. Vaccinating boys provides them with direct personal defense against the rising rates of throat and penile cancers, while simultaneously cutting off transmission pathways for everyone else. We have a highly effective vaccine that directly prevents multiple forms of cancer. By administering it universally at age 9, we guarantee that the next generation has lifelong protection built into their immune systems long before they ever face the threat.